Hello, my name is Paul-Emmanuel. I'm an artist based in Johannesburg, South Africa, but I'm here on the island of Zult, which is in the North Sea, a windswept, forlorn-looking landscape place, which is sells caps like this for marketing purposes. It's inspiring too. It's a very windy place, and the movement of the air over the grass has a kind of an energy about it that's quite it's evocative. I use landscape a lot in my work, whether I'm doing drawing or whether I'm making an installation. And the landscapes I tend to use tend to be quite remote. Sort of there's an edge to them, so they're not pretty landscapes in the postcard sense of prettiness. They have a slight, they have an edge to them which could lean slightly towards the dark side, and for me, the landscape of Zult does that.
It's a battle with the elements as Paul-Emmanuel sets up his installation, The Lost Man. It's part of his work as artist-in-residence at the Kunstraum Zult-Quelle Foundation. He's spending 2 months on the island of Zult, funded by the German Foreign Ministry.
My installation, The Lost Men, is a memorial, in a sense. It's a memorial installation, but memorials, traditional memorials, have always been made of bronze and steel or marble or glass or something that's very durable and is supposedly going to last forever. My kind of installation is more about an impermanent. It's about delicacy, and it's something that is blown away. It's subjected to the wind and the elements. It's certainly not going to last forever. What I do is I find the names of men who have died in battles, and I have those names set in lead. Those linotypes or rows of type and letters are actually pressed into the skin, into my body, into the skin all over in different parts of my body. When the linotype is taken off the skin, it leaves an impression on my body, and those images are photographed quickly.
Paul-Emmanuel was born in Zambia to a European mother and a Lebanese father. The family fled to South Africa when he was 4. Change and identity are his themes, as in his series Transitions, a long-term work in progress.
So I've taken a piece of photographic paper, I've exposed it to light and processed it, and then the paper is completely black. Then I take a blade and I actually scrape away at the emulsion until eventually, after months of doing that, I'm left with what looks like a photograph again. But whereas a photograph is something that is captured instantly, just with the shutter opening and closing for a fraction of a second, this has been obsessed over, and kind of there's almost a love affair with the surface that I am re-rendering on that paper.
Soldiers having their heads shaved. Rights of masculinity and identity in South Africa are in the spotlight in Emmanuel's film, A Rite of Passage.
A Zut thing to do, God. Have experiment with North Sea herring and broochen. German society is really bicycle driven. How's that for a statement? Also, if you ring your little bell, the German people get out of the way for you on your bike. It would never happen in South Africa. The government
Today, The Lost Men is being unveiled to the public. Not a typical opening out here in the air.
Soldier printed all over my body, down my legs. That's one of the nice things about doing a public artwork. You're not in a gallery, you're not some kind of removed, sterile museum space. You're out in the open, you're in the wind, you're being blown off your ladder, and people are watching you and being curious about what you're doing. And they do, they interact, and people come and ask me, what on earth is this? What is this thing? So that's really nice. Am I going to miss Zult? Absolutely. Of course I'll miss Zult.
And next week, we'll be catching butterflies with a Greek artist in Bavaria.